Let me tell you a story. So I'll tell you the story. I had this project in Russia, right? I mentioned this a little bit in the talk, depending on where we were.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to study yellow-billed loons, red-throated loons, Pacific loons, either in Russia or the North Slope of Alaska. Got 2 grants. They both got funded. I had to be both places at once. You can't do it. I couldn't clone myself. Still working on that. So then it's like, okay, I've got to get someone to cover for me to do one of those jobs. And the more I researched it, the more I read. The region in Russia that we were going to is called the Kitik Peninsula, which is just across the Bering Sea. Getting in and out of there is all by helicopter, very dicey. Just, you might be there for a month. Like once you get landed, and then you got to take rafts and get out there. And we were there to educate Russian biologists how to catch loons. So it's a grant called Trust for Mutual Understanding, where 2 countries work together, 2 scientists share knowledge. What an awesome thing. You know, that's some of the beautiful things in this earth we don't always hear about.
Yeah.
So we were going to go to Russia to try to show them how to catch loons so they could study them. Just really cool. And so ultimately I decided, I had young kids at the time, that I'll send another younger biologist to go and deal with that uncertainty. Yeah. And so he ends up going, I go to the North Slope, we both do our work, we compare notes when we get back. One of the things, though, he did get stranded, he did spend a long time. But he's working on this site, and they're working in this cabin in remote Kitik Peninsula, and one of the scientists' husbands was actually a paleontologist. And you know what he was digging up at the same time we were studying loons? A woolly mammoth.
Oh,
And he takes off the femur of the woolly mammoth, the scientist, and brings it into the cabin. And my buddy's taking a picture with this woolly mammoth femur right next to him. Like, how cool is that? And then they carbon dated it, and it came out to be 12,350 years old, that woolly mammoth.
wow.
So, but can you imagine? I'd go see a woolly mammoth. Like, are you kidding? And so really cool. So he got a chance to experience that. But he stayed 3 weeks longer than he wanted to stay, because helicopters. Yeah. And then I was back having my Long Island iced teas, you know. And,
That's a great story. And yeah, you didn't get